Welcome back. We're here at Mount Sunapee Resort in their lovely Hearthstone room. And joining me now is Vice President and one of the board members for New England Handicap Sports Association, Erik Wheeler.
Hi.
Thanks for joining us.
It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you.
You do great things at New England Handicap Sports Association.
We feel the same way. It's an exciting opportunity to really give back to a community that's typically a very underserved community, people with disabilities, whether they be individuals, youths, or even servicemen. I think some of the people don't realize how much work we do with disabled veterans and so on.
Right. Yeah, annually you typically have a big day for them here.
In fact, actually next week, and it's more than a day, we have and host, thanks to Mount Sunapee, we actually host the second largest winter sports clinic for disabled vets in the country, second only to the national clinic. So
that's amazing.
Next week, in addition to our normal volunteer staff, we'll have some, I think the number is 68 veterans with various disabilities that'll be here for 3.5 days.
That's great.
Sun and fun, we like to say, on the mountain. So.
Yeah. I'm just going to mention for our audience members, because we're taping this in advance, that event has already gone past.
Okay, sure.
So, but we've interviewed Tom Kersey, Executive Director, in the past about that. I know it's an annual, and it's just can't be beat. It's a terrific thing you do.
This is our 19th year actually of hosting the Winter Vets, New England Winter Vets Sports Clinic. So
yeah, super. So that your mission is to get handicapped people out in a variety of sports, not just the slopes.
Not just the slopes. In fact, we do kayaking, partnership with another organization. We actually do adaptive water skiing, which sounds really kind of fun and interesting.
I can barely get up myself. Wow.
I haven't tried it.
Wow.
I do other things in the summertime, but the winter sports is actually where I've have done most of my volunteer work with the organization.
Right,
so.
Because you're an instructor, aren't you?
Yeah. It's many of the instructors actually come to the program because they actually have children. In my case, it's true. I actually have a daughter with a disability that introduced us to the organization, and the rest of it has really just been an interesting and life-changing experience.
You fall in love, don't you? You know, you see what it does for your own children.
I shouldn't say it, but we refer to refer to our organization as the Smile Factory. It's and smile in a bunch of different ways. I get lots of hugs and lots of smiles, and that's really rewarding as a volunteer.
Right.
But I also get an opportunity to see how merely taking somebody who doesn't traditionally have an opportunity to engage in winter sports like skiing or snowboarding, how much joy recreation can actually bring back to not only the individual but also to the family. A lot of the work that we do is kind of family support, if you will.
Yeah.
That holds true with the veterans that we work with as well. Veterans, I think, Tom has a great way of putting it, veterans, when they're in the service, they have a massive support structure, whether it be the unit that they're engaged in, all the way to the Veterans Administration itself. Well, when they leave the service, a lot of that support structure goes away, and particularly around recreation, that's one of the roles that we fill. So.
It's amazing. Great. Well, because you're such a well-oiled machine, you've got some great plans for expansion right here at the mountain with your facility. Yeah,
exciting plans for expansion. We've actually been in this building that we're in, which is about 1,200 square feet, which is actually our originally occupied building here at Mount Sunapee. We've been here since 1972. So 1,200 square feet on a typical Saturday, where we have 100 volunteers and students, as well as students that may be in wheelchairs, is really kind of tight-knit quarters. So our plan isn't really to expand the number of, the amount of service that we provide, but merely accommodate much more comfortably.
You need the space.
Yeah, we really need the space. To be in a place where what we are able to do is to provide our mission or drive our mission much more comfortably and in a much more safe environment. And our partners here at Mount Sunapee have just been tremendous supporters of our mission. We're actually guests here of the organization of Mount Sunapee, which I think people don't necessarily realize. And what I mean by that is truly we are guests here. They have. We don't have any affiliation with the mountain. They have just graciously asked us to, or allowed us to come here and do what we do.
Yeah, so. That is one of the amazing things that they do here. Yeah. Well, you probably are starting to look a little bit for donations as you start looking into the planning phase of that.
Yeah, we're pretty quiet right now because of things like permitting and so on in a state park. It's a little complex to figure those things out. So it's hard to be really public about our addition and our plans for our addition, but we do have some drawings up and have been in the early stages of developing some corporate donation, foundation donation,
Great.
and even perhaps some in-kind donations from organizations and other businesses here in the community that see our mission and do enjoy what we do. From there, we'll hopefully launch the campaign much more publicly through our social media sites and our websites and so on. And of course, any donations are always very welcome.
Right, help a great organization. Well, for more information on how to volunteer, donate, etc., you've got a wonderful website. So we invite our audience members to take a look at that. Thank you for your work with the organization and best wishes.
Thanks very much for having me. Really
care.
appreciate it.
Sure.